Hello, and let me start by saying thank you for inviting me to speak here today. I'm really sorry that I cannot be with you in person, but I'm also really grateful for the opportunity to record this message instead. And I'd like to also say a huge thank you to all of you young participants of the Youth Summit. Thanks for your motivation and for your passion for a more sustainable planet that has brought you here today. I'm speaking on behalf of WeMove Europe. We are a pan-European online community. We are a progressive community. We campaign for a more progressive, more just, more sustainable European Union. We launched only last September, so a little over a year ago, and we already work in 6 different languages. We have a community of around 430,000 people that we engage in campaigning for political change with the aim to develop citizen-led sustainable alternatives and to challenge the excessive power and influence that corporations have over EU decision-making. So I guess ultimately our goal is about bringing more openness and more transparency to the European Union and to build solidarity among European citizens. So we want to bring European people closer to the EU decision-making, and have them really engaged and really actively participating in creating the policies that are shaping European Union that affect all of us. And we want those policies to work for people and also for the environment. Our Europe, the kind of Europe that we are campaigning for, is about protecting the planet. We know that climate change is the key challenge that our generation must face, is the most daunting challenge that we have to face now. And we know that its impacts are already being felt all over the world. But we also know that to talk about solutions to climate change, we have to talk about and we have to challenge the underlying economic model. So really, we don't stand against climate change per se. What we stand against is the underlying cause, the economics of unlimited growth, the corporate power that is profiting from limited natural resources and is damaging the planet's ability to regenerate in the process, the short-sightedness of burning fossil fuels in an ever warmer world. So we need Europe to overcome this dependency on fossil fuels. We need to build an energy system that is based on energy efficiency, based on renewable energy sources. These are solutions that are already here, already readily available to make use of. It is our responsibility to protect the climate and our responsibility to protect biodiversity as well in Europe and elsewhere. And for that, we need the massive mobilization of people across Europe. We need to really build this momentum. And here in Europe, WeMove is here to do just that, to bring those voices of European citizens to our politicians, to our decision makers, and demand that they act, that they take action on the really urgent need to reform the systems that underpin our economy, energy, agriculture, trade, as well as transport. Young people in Europe, people like you here today, are instrumental, are really key to mobilizing for climate change. We know it's up to our generation to make climate change the #1 issue in every political agenda until real and effective and also equitable solutions are firmly in place and are really working to drastically cut greenhouse gas emissions. We also know that it's up to us, really, to build those solutions, whether we're talking about creative, new, alternative community and economics models, whether we talk about education and grassroots groups, or simply championing sustainable lifestyle changes. With the new tools that we have at hand already, the new technologies, we can and we do already speak for the climate louder than ever. WeMove.EU's campaigning is about partnerships. So we develop relationships with groups, with other NGOs, but also with grassroots movements to bring about this massive mobilization on a European scale on those issues that affect all of us. And climate change is certainly the key issue here. So I would like to really encourage all of you to get in touch with us, to see how we can work together on campaigns for more climate conscious and more sustainable Europe. And also, I would like to encourage you to make use of our new tool, what we call the WeMove Europe platform, where each one of you or your organizations can launch your own campaigns, can address your decision makers, your policy leaders, and influence their decisions to create a more sustainable future. You can find it by going to our website, WeMove.EU, and by clicking on our campaigns. So to wrap up, the kind of societal and economic reform that we need to stop climate change will be a huge challenge. And it's a challenge that we can only face if we work together in a really massive movement for climate justice. This movement is here already, and it's growing every day, and it's growing stronger. And what we need is people like you, young and passionate people who are really committed to fight for a more sustainable future for everyone, to keep up this momentum. Thank you, and I wish you a very fruitful and inspiring summit.